And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the First Half Sports Podcast. This is your boy, Brad, a.k.a. Big Moco, along with my boy.
Jaden, a.k.a. Jaden Props.
And we got a great episode, so let's dive right into it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so coming up first, we got the NFL playoffs coming up. So Week 18 just rounded out last night. But we have the playoff bracket set. We have some key matchups, though, that I'd like to point out and talk about. First up, we got the Rams versus the Lions. So I like this because it's the first Lions home playoff game in about 30 years, Jaden. So that's older than both of us. We've never seen a Detroit Lions game home playoff game, whether or not we remember it or not.
Super exciting.
This is the first time in a lot of people's lifetime, so this is awesome. Matthew Stafford played with them for I think 10 or 12 seasons, something like that, and he never hosted a playoff game. So it's going to be exciting for him to actually be there. But as they know, you got Jared Goff, who got traded for Matthew Stafford. Stafford already won them a chip, so this is a big game for the Lions. How you feeling about this game?
Yeah, this is a massive game right here, and I'm honestly going Lions in this one. I don't know about you, but I mean, I don't know. I just think with Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, just right there out of the backfield, they already have an advantage just right off the bat. St. Brown,
absolutely.
Laporta, there's just I don't know. I don't see the Rams winning this one.
No, and then the atmosphere, like I would pay anything to be inside of that, to be over at the Detroit Lions stadium for their home game, the first home game in 30 years, playoff. The atmosphere is going to be incredible. It's going to be. I'm definitely watching that game. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be. They're probably going to throw up a Matthew Stafford memorial video at the beginning too, because it's his first game back since he got traded. So that's his first game. Yeah, his first game back since he got traded. So it's going to be a big game all around. It's going to be an incredible game for the NFL in general. So I'm hyped for it. Again, I would do anything to be there. Honestly, I would feel like that would be one of the best atmospheres to be in sports wise in a very long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Then who do you got? So you got the Lions winning that game, or you got the Rams? You got the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going Lions.
All right, bet me too. I got Lions on that one.
You got Lions?
Then we got the next game in the NFC. That's a key matchup. We got Green Bay Packers going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this is significant because, as everybody knows, Mr. Mike McCarthy used to be the coach for the Packers until he was let go a couple years ago for Matt LaFleur. And now he's having arguably one of the best seasons. And he helped Dak get one of the best seasons in his career. The Cowboys, one of their best seasons in a very long time. They're looking the strongest they've looked in a while heading into the postseason. So that CeeDee Lamb to Dak Prescott, that connection there is just something else. Brandon Cooks has been a very, very good Robin, I guess you could say, to Batman on CeeDee Lamb. So they need to get their run game up a little bit, but if they keep passing the ball like they need to, if they keep staying out in the lead, they don't really need to run the ball as much. So, but it's a big matchup because it's Mike McCarthy against Green Bay playoffs. So who you got winning this game? How do you feel about this game?
Man, I'm gonna say the Cowboys, but let me just start off by saying, come on, Bucks, you guys couldn't just win one or two more games. We could have been playing the Packers instead of the Eagles. Come on.
To be honest with you, I wanted. It looked like Dallas was going to be the 5th seed for the longest, but then the Eagles just started to fall off, and now it was. And then I thought it was going to be Dallas Bucks again, and I would have been hyped to go see that game, but nope. Now we got a whole different thing because the Eagles wanted to start losing games all of a sudden for no reason.
CeeDee Lamb would have had 280 yards against us if we played him.
That would have been it would have been bad. It would have been real bad for you guys. But it's also interesting because the Packers this year, they're also the youngest team to make the playoffs and ever since that stat has been recorded. I heard that last night, so that's pretty impressive on that scale for Matt LaFleur and the coaching and just how you can bring the youngest. Usually it's a whole bunch. You got to have veterans and stuff like that. But you got the youngest team in the NFL going to the playoffs. So, I mean, that's big. That's going to be something, though, along with all the playoff pressure. The Cowboys have been there, obviously. They've been in the first round. They've been in the second round. They've never been past that, but they're hoping to do it this season. But they have more experience over the Green Bay Packers, so that's going to be something, too, as well. We'll see if Mike McCarthy can get his clock management issues down. And that's going to also include getting that run game up. So Tony Pollard's going to have to be he's going to have to be active. They're going to have to get him active early, I think. And we just got to hope that Mike McCarthy can manage the clock better and do what he's got to do with timeout and challengings and stuff like that. So, But
Yeah.
I got the Cowboys too. Unfortunately, I wish I could have more confidence in the Packers, but it could be a huge upset round one. You know how the Cowboys are, so I'm always rooting for that. That's always there. That's always on the table with the Cowboys. So, but
Hey, I'm going.
the
Hey, I'm going for J Love, but I got Cowboys on this one.
yeah, the Cowboys argue honestly they might not lose a game up until the NFC Championship. So, but we'll see. Then we also have on the AFC side of things. This is a good one. This is the Dolphins versus the Chiefs. So this is Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City, who currently are having honestly the worst season that Patrick Mahomes has ever had. They have the
By far.
most dropped catches across the league as far as receiving goes. And if you remember, what was it, 2 years ago, Tyreek Hill, they didn't want to pay him, so he went over down to Miami and he got paid down there, and he's having the best one of the best receiving years for a wide receiver ever, arguably. He's a complete game changer, and I think Kansas City is missing him a lot this year. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Chiefs are definitely not having a great season. I mean, they don't have, Tyreek, which was a massive piece to them. People are dropping the ball for Mahomes, and I mean, the only guy that can catch on the team is the slowest receiver, Rasheed Rice. So it's like they're just all out of sync this year. But honestly, I mean, it is the Dolphins. They don't have the greatest defense. I mean, they have a really good offense, and the Chiefs have a good defense. But you know what? I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the
No,
Chiefs on this one.
I'm taking the
I
Dolphins
just
on this one.
You taking the Dolphins?
I'm going against you on this one. This is where we disagree at. I'm taking the Dolphins on this one because
All right, all right.
I think Mahomes is going to be able to do his Mahomes things. He'll be able to rush for that 3rd and 15 when there's nobody open and stuff like that. But Travis Kelce has not been playing the way Travis Kelce needs to be playing. Their wide receivers. It's something that the great Shannon Sharp says all the time. If you let something happen over the course of the season, regardless if you win, it's gonna continue to do it in losses, something along the lines of that. I just heard him say it in a video earlier. He says it all the time. I don't know the exact quote, but it's along those lines. If you condone it now and you don't fix the issue, which the Chiefs have not honestly addressed this issue. I don't know if they've tried to and it just hasn't worked out, but they haven't addressed this issue at all of dropped passes, and I think it's gonna really come back and bite them in the ass. The Dolphins are just, like you said, they have an incredible offense. They have the fastest receiver. They got the fastest running backs. They average the most yards. They have the number one offense just in most every statistical category out there. So I think that Hill's going to be looking for a revenge game big time because they lost their other game earlier this season in Germany. So I think the Dolphins edge out over the Chiefs this game. I think it's going to be a 35-24 Dolphins.
Oh, you got the score that high?
35-24. Yeah, I think it's going to be a big game. I think it's going to be a big high flying game, high score.
I'll tell you what. If the Chiefs receivers, including Kelce, keep dropping the ball, they don't stand a chance.
Not at all. Now,
They don't stand a chance.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think that Mahomes gets an interception in this game? And if you do you think it's his fault or do you think it's the receiver's fault? Do you think it's going to be a deflection off of a bounced off the hands, or do you think it's just going to be an overall bad pass?
Just because it probably will be a shootout, he probably will throw an interception. And I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to tell. I mean, half the picks he's throwing, like, we personally don't know if the receiver's running a wrong route or if he's just that out of sync this year to where he's going to, throw a pick. So I think he throws a pick. But
Okay.
I'm banking on the Chiefs being the typical playoff Chiefs. I mean, I know they haven't been like for the whole season, but they got a good chance going against Miami. I mean, that Tyreek being on the Chiefs, and it's just gonna be a massive game. So yeah, I'm going with Chiefs on this one. I think Kelce and Mahomes are gonna go off.
You think they'll be able to dial it in? Mahomes, Reed, and Kelce will be able to dial it in and figure out what's going on.
And also, you never know this. You think that since Tyreek used to be on the Chiefs, and the Chiefs, this is the best defense we've seen that they've had since they've gotten Mahomes. So their defense is better, but their offense is way worse. So do you think they're going to be able to shut down Tyreek?
Oh no, I don't think so. I think he's definitely going to be getting 100+ yards this game, and I get him a touchdown. I don't see them stopping him because if Jalen Waddle's back, I don't think he's going to be back. But if he's back, then that's obviously they can double him a little bit more. But I think that he's going to find a way to get loose. I think he wants to win this game more than anybody in Miami does right now. So I think he's going to have definitely a touchdown, probably about 100. So I go 112 yards. I'll say 112.
Can't ever disagree with that. It's Tyreek.
Exactly. So he'll be open. It's a big playoff game. I like that. Now the last key playoff game in the AFC is going to be the Texans versus the Browns. Now you might be like, oh, well, why is this important? Because we got the rookie C.J. Stroud, who is having one of the best rookie seasons for a rookie in a very long time. He's brought the Texans back. They made the playoffs, and if you remember, the Texans traded Deshaun Watson to the Browns, and Deshaun Watson, even though he's injured, it's his old team versus his new team, and he wasn't playing the best, but he was kind of playing decent before his injury. And Joe Flacco, they got him, and he's been playing incredible this season. So it's going to be, but it's going to be old versus new essentially here, and it's going to be a big game for Houston. It's going to be I think a big staple in C.J. Stroud's career if he's able to win this game. If he's able to overcome the Browns' defense too, that's another thing. They got Myles Garrett rushing the pass. They got really good defense there over in Cleveland. So, how you feeling about this game? Who do you think is going to come out on top?
I'm feeling good about this game. It's definitely a big game, like you were talking about. I'm probably going with, honestly, I'm going for Stroud, but I just have a feeling that the Browns are going to win. I think their defense is better. I think they got Joe Flacco as a veteran QB, who's already won a Super Bowl. They're going to have Amari Cooper, which him and Amari Cooper, for some reason, I've just been like pretty much like the best QB and wide receiver duo since Flacco started playing. They got Njoku, who's been insane. I mean, it's definitely going to be a good game, but Stroud is a rookie. Is he going to, fumble with the pressure? We don't know. He hasn't been this year, but I don't know. Both good, great young teams. So it's going to be a good game, but I'm going with the Browns in this one.
Yeah, that is a good point that you said too. It is his first playoff game. He's a rookie, so he is the pressure going to be too much for him? Joe Flacco has been there multiple times. He's a veteran. He's won a Super Bowl. He won it with the Ravens. So are they going to be able to overcome that pressure? D'Amico Ryans as well too. The head coach. This is his first year head coaching as well too. So I got the Texans though. I think Joe Flacco is going to have a good game, but I think that the Texans are going to be able to edge this one out. I think they're going to be able to overcome Joe Flacco. I think they're going to show that it was the right move to move on from Deshaun a couple years ago. Again, even though he's injured, he's not playing, but still, it's going to show that I think even regardless if they win or not, it'll still be a good decision that they moved on, and then they got their boy C.J. Stroud now after
definitely
what they went through the past 2 years without him. So, but that's going to be that for NFL, and we're moving on over to the NBA action now. So we got the headline now is going to be the 28-7 Boston Celtics. They're looking to get active during the trade deadline. So I've been reading a lot of reports. They're looking for. I think they're looking for a big. They're looking for just another piece to add onto that bench role to bring some more scoring to help anchor down the defense. Trying to cut Al Horford's playtime not down in a bad way, but he's a little bit older. He is a veteran, so we want to keep his legs fresh, especially later in the season, come playoff time, when repeatedly he has been nothing but amazing for our team. So, I've heard of talks about going after Kelly Olynyk, who used to play for us, which I think he would be. He knows the system, so that's something interesting there. But I think the Celtics, I think it's a good idea to try to pick up another piece, even though we are the best team in the league. We're undefeated at home, knock on wood. But I still think, it's good to add another piece. It's good to keep things fresh, keep things going, especially when we're going to need a little bit of help going later down in the season in the playoffs when we're trying to make that finals run, that finals raising the 18 banner, baby. That's what we're doing.
All right.
So how do you feel about the Celtics this year? Is it this year? And is this year their year? And how do you feel about them getting active at the trade deadline?
I'm gonna just say it's definitely a Boston year. It's got to be a Boston year. They're so deep. I mean, it's just you have Tatum on the floor, you can have Brown on the floor, you can have Porzingis, you can have Derek White, you can have Drew Holiday, you can have some good bench role players running around in there. But actually, I did not know about that Kelly Olynyk thing. Do I think they need to really pick anyone up? No. I mean, I just think the team chemistry is I don't know how much higher it can really get. So, I mean, they got a really good system right now. But yeah, if they added in just like a small piece, like they do not need to add another star player in their lineup because if anything, that's
Yeah,
just gonna. They don't need that. They just like Kelly Olynyk. That'd be a good bench piece to add in there. If they could just
yeah.
add in, like plug the little holes that they have, they're definitely taking it all the way.
Yeah, and we are, top five in both offense and defense efficiency this year. So we can't, like you said, the chemistry's there. We can't necessarily. I mean, we can always get better as a team. But we'll see there. We definitely need, like, I think that we do need another bench big. Cornette's good, but we just do need someone who's a little, some, like I said, some fresh legs out there, because Horford, especially later down the season, especially in playoffs, he's going to be key for us. So I think if anything, we got to get some sort of big someone down there. I don't really we don't really need a guard. I don't think so. I think getting a big
Maybe a
would be the
guy
way to
like
go.
Thomas Bryant, just some center like that, like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
solid backup center. You know,
Someone
if
who
you
can
ever
grab
need him to
boards,
start,
just
yeah,
grab boards, put up buckets when he needs to, just be there, pick and rolls, because we do got, our pick and roll is good. Just someone, we're just someone who can get active. That's what we need. Is we need people who can get active and hustle and who want to win is what we need, because that's what we're doing this season is winning, 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 winning.
facts,
But who
facts.
else? What other teams do you think should be looking to get active at the trade deadline if they want to make a push for the playoffs or the finals or whatever it may be? Who do you think needs to be getting
The
active?
Pistons,
Yeah, I think
the Pistons.
the Pistons definitely need to be looking to trade up a whole lot of
Yeah, the
pieces.
Pistons just need to wipe their whole roster and get a new one. Oh no, all right, but
Are you
let
surprised
me.
they haven't made a trade yet so far this season?
You saw Cunningham went out last night. I don't know if it was anything serious or not. I didn't look into it at all, but just say Cunningham does go out, they might not win another game for the rest of the year.
That would be tough if they didn't win another game for the rest of the year. That would be
He's
what I
been
would do.
injury prone. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you do. Some teams though, I think that could pick something up. Honestly, I know they got a huge piece this offseason, but I think Milwaukee needs to add like a couple defenders. They need to add
Yeah,
something to that team.
absolutely.
Like whatever, they're still second in the East, not too far behind the Celtics, but I'm gonna just say the Celtics are like up here and the Bucks are like down here.
Yeah,
So it's
it's
like
a big gap. It's just the defense. It's excuse me, the defense. It's the defensive end
yeah.
on that end. When they when they won the chip a couple of years ago, they were top 10 defensively and offensively. This year, I think they're bottom 25. But I think they're like 28th, 29th in defense. They're top 10 in offense, but they're way down there in defense. So they got to get another wing perimeter defender. I definitely think, because Dame he's good offensively, but he doesn't play defense, and it's showing that they're missing Drew Holiday this season for sure. And on the other hand, on that, not trying to talk about the Celtics too much, but they're top five in defense this year. Drew Holiday and Derek White, arguably the best backcourt in the NBA right now. They're both playing at an all-star level. They're both playing at an all defensive team, defensive MVP, defensive player of the year award type of deal. So I like the way they're looking. I think the Heat, though. I think the Heat are another team in the East that need to get active. With Butler being out, Hero and Bam have been stepping up, but I think that they do need a point guard. I think Kyle Lowry, even though he's able to do what he can when he can, he's getting a little bit older. I think that they do. It was a big mistake that they didn't go after Dame this offseason. I think they missed out big time on that. I think he would have been a big role down there, and I think they would have been probably number 1, 2 seed up in the East right now. But we'll never know. He's over in Milwaukee now. I do think also another team that's kind of obvious alongside the Pistons is the Warriors and the Lakers. They both need to do something on that end, because the Warriors just, they're getting Draymond back in a couple of days. He got cleared to come back and play for the team. He did what he needed to do on his end, so he's going to be coming back. I think that the Warriors, they need to address what they're missing. They need Clay to step up. He's been playing decently, but they need him to step up. With Draymond back, if they kind of catch a flow, then I feel like, maybe they might not get active. They might just buckle down and then do what they got to do, and then deal with what they got to deal with in the off season. But if the Warriors don't do anything, the Lakers definitely have to do regardless, because this is LeBron's. He's 40. He's about to be. I think he just turned 40, didn't he? Or just turned 39. He just turned 40. One of those two the other day.
39, I think.
He's
Right?
yeah. This is
Or was it
this is
40?
I think it was 40. But
I think it was 40. Yeah,
this is his
probably.
21st season in the NBA. He's going to be retiring soon, but he's playing at an unreal level. He's carrying the Lakers. Him and AD. AD was a question mark last season, past couple seasons with his inconsistency, but he's been playing lights out. Another top candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. But they need to definitely get active. They need to figure out what's going on there because they should be. They were expected to be higher than what they are in the West.
That's facts. Yeah, there's definitely some teams that need to be getting active for sure.
Now, another team that was getting active this weekend were the Bucks. Your Tampa Bay Bucks. They clinched the NFC South with a win over the Panthers. How you feeling? Are you confident? Are you confident in the Bucks?
Listen. All right, I'm gonna just say this. We could not score a damn touchdown against the Panthers. All right, we could not score a touchdown against the Panthers. I don't know what to say. I mean, yes, I'm a Bucks fan. I love the Bucks. I've always been a Bucks fan. I mean, I'm from Tampa, but I'm gonna be rooting for them. But it's gonna be a hard game to watch. Now, I would way rather play Philly than Dallas because I feel like our chances from being none, at least, is like a slidge to having a chance. Jalen Hurts last game dislocated one of his fingers on his throwing hand. AJ Brown tweaked his MCL. So if AJ Brown didn't play for us, that'd be massive off the bat. If Jalen Hurts can't really throw the ball that well, I mean, if the Bucks defense steps up like it usually kind of does in the playoffs, I mean, it's probably just our offense that needs to step up. But I don't know. I think we could have a small chance against the Eagles, depending on what's going on with Brown and Hurts. Now, if they're both completely healthy, I think we honestly just get destroyed. I mean, I don't know. I don't really see too much glory on the Bucks side for this year. I'm not too big on Baker either, so
you don't. He's not baking at all. Baker's not baking.
He's not baking. He's like one of those QBs. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna throw 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, or he's gonna go out there and throw 80 yards and a pick. It's like you don't know what you're ever gonna get with the guy. I don't like that.
He is very inconsistent. He is. So you have them. You got them winning over the Eagles. Or you got them losing.
But you said who do I got winning?
Yeah, who you got winning?
The Bucks.
Okay, all right.
Of course.
Hey, low key, I kind of got the Bucks too because the Eagles they're looking dead right now. They really are. It's terrible. Last night they were looking atrocious against the Giants. Their defense just seems to get worse every week. I don't get it. But I low key got the Bucks too. It's a home game too. They're coming to Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, we're division winner, baby. 3 years in a row.
I think. I think the home crowd advantage won't be too much, but I think that it'll be a little bit. But I do think that the Bucks will edge out over the Eagles, to be honest with you. And I think there's going to be some big firings over in Philadelphia after this season, to be honest with you as well too. Especially Jason Kelsey's probably retiring after this year as well, so there's going to be a lot going on in Philadelphia this year, regardless of them winning or not. But I got them losing. We both got them losing, so it is what it is. Another big headline coming out of the NFL too I wanted to touch on real quick were there's been already 2 coaches being fired as of this point, as of what I know last time I checked. Arthur Smith from the Falcons and Ron Rivera from the Commanders have both been let go as of today. The biggest head coaching question mark this offseason, though, is going to be New England Patriots' very own Bill Belichick. Is he potentially former head coach of the New England Patriots? There have been a lot of talks of him getting let go. They're having a meeting today that's been reported from Adam Schefter. I know he's been saying that he's been reporting that there's been a meeting. Bill Belichick also stated in a press conference this morning that he would be open to releasing some of his powers as the GM because he's been the GM and the head coach for about 20 plus years over there. So that's an idea that me as a Patriots fan, and I know some other Patriots fan wouldn't mind because he can still coach. Clearly, we had a really good defense this offseason or this season. All the players they kept saying it was us, it was the team, it wasn't the coach. He was doing everything he could. He has won 6 Super Bowls, so it's not like he's some run of the mill regular coach. He definitely is not the best personnel builder. So that's why I personally would like to see somebody come over in the GM side and help out build a better roster because we have the number 3 draft pick. We cannot mess this up. We cannot choose a punt returner. We cannot choose we have the third round pick. We're the third pick. Excuse me. We got to figure something out. We can't trade it away. If we trade it away, we better trade it for number 1 and 2. But we're not. We just keep it. Let's draft somebody good. We don't need
a QB.
A wide receiver. We need a QB. I was just about to say that. You stole the words right out of my mouth, Jaden. You stole the words right out. We need a QB. There's Drake May. There's Caleb Williams that are probably going to go the first 2. But we do have, who's coming out of LSU? Jaden McDaniels is his name?
Jaden McDaniels. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He's been another one that could potentially go around. But we need a QB. I don't care.
Bo Nix. Bo Nix is really good.
We need a QB. I don't care who it is. I don't care. We need a QB. Get Zappy out of there. Every other QB for the Patriots have beaten the Jets. Zappy lost to the Jets. You lose to the Jets. You lose to the Jets. You're out of here. We can't lose to the Jets. We can't lose to the Jets. We had 15. Yeah. We had a 15-game winning streak. Cam was undefeated. Mac Jones was undefeated.
That's so funny.
And Bailey Zappi threw a stinker against the New York Jets. I don't care how bad it was snowing. I don't care. It's the Jets. Trevor Siemian beat us.
That's bad. Yeah, I know. I saw
the score.
I saw Zappy had like 88 yards for like 2 picks. He was like 12 for 30, I think. I'm like, bro,
he needed to be on the bench. I don't know. And I hope that wasn't Bill Belichick's last game in New England. To be honest with you,
that would be moose piss.
Yeah, he does have another. Yeah, he does have another. Yeah, moose piss. That was a good one. He does have another year on his contract though, so we would either have to fire him or he would have to get traded. So if we could, maybe somebody trade, Chicago. Yeah, they got the first round pick, so Chicago could trade him for their first round pick. Then we could have number 1 and 3. We could really do something with them. We could get a QB and a wide receiver. But we'll see, because there have been reports of Vrabel being open to going back to New England as a head coach. We do need a GM, so we could start all over there, get a nice little QB wide receiver combo in the first round, and then come back with another 6 championship. Do what we got to do. Get back to winning the way the Patriots did it.
All right.
I do want to fast forward. We're going to be going over our picks now. So this is a segment. We have every show where we go over our picks for the day, whether they be NBA, NFL, Call of Duty. I think the Call of Duty some CDLs going on this weekend actually, so I'm going to be watching that. Might have some picks there, so you follow us on Twitter. Make sure to check out those. We'll be posting those. But we're going to start going over today's picks. Jaden, I'm going to let you start off. I'm going to let you go over what your picks are today. Let's hear them.
All right. Well, today is a small slate. So with that being said, I'm only doing NBA. I'm not touching that college football game tonight, I don't think. I'm
gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna do anything with it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I don't think I'm touching that. But what I got, I'm gonna start with my favorite one for today. I'm just running 1-2 leg on Prizepicks, but my favorite one is definitely Jaylen Brown over 27.5. I expect it to be bumped to 28, maybe 28.5 at the highest. But without Jason Tatum, playing against the Pacers, who have like the worst forward defense in the league, Jaylen Brown, his last 2 games, has went over 30 against them, and Tatum was playing. So without Tatum even in the game, do the Pacers keep it close? Like, yeah, they have a better chance at it without Tatum. The Celtics are still going to win, but I think Jaylen Brown's going to get heavy minutes tonight. He's going to shoot a lot, and he's got a really great matchup. So I just think he smashes that. I think he goes over 30, honestly. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I agree. I think him and Porzingis, their chemistry down low with the pick and roll, everything just there. That's going to be a key matchup. If that gets going early, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it at all.
Yeah.
Especially with the Pacers defense, it's trash. No offense, but they don't really have the best defense. So I like that.
JB and Porzingis, they boys too. So you already know.
Yeah,
they're about to get some work
tonight. The chemistry, they like stepbrothers.
Yeah. All right, but what I'm pairing that with is I'm doing Giannis. I'm pairing them, but we're going first half on this one. I'm doing first half fantasy score. Now, you might say 33.5. Why would that's so high? Well, Dame Lillard is out. Utah has one of the worst forward defenses. Probably besides the Pacers, they are the worst. I mean, besides
the
Hawks.
They got definitely worst 3.
They're horrible. There's no one on that team that can guard Giannis. I mean, they're starting John Collins at center. Like, come on. I mean, that's just a joke. Even with Dame playing, honestly, they might look better without Dame. they might look better. I think they're going to absolutely just blow Utah out of the water. I see Giannis with like at least 40 fantasy points in the first half. He's just going to be, his usage is going to go up a little bit more without Dame. And he's just, I don't know. I mean, they're just mad about their season this year. Even though that they've had 25 wins and they're in second place, they're still mad. I mean, Giannis is almost complaining after every game, or they're just asking him questions about, and he's saying, we need to change everything. So, I mean, he's going to come out hot and heavy tonight. That's
Yeah, his
what I'm
dreams are
going with.
getting haunted after that Pacers game. He was saying he can't stop
Yeah.
thinking about it when he's making love to his wife. He thinks about it, which is weird. But hey, whatever gets Giannis going, whatever whatever you got going on.
Yeah. What are you running for tonight?
I like that lock. So I got two different players going today. I have first I got Brown with his points and rebounds at 33.5 over. So without Tatum, he's hit this line 1 out of 2 times so far this season. And then like we were saying, the Pacers have one of the worst defenses in the league right now. And I think his rebounds and his points, I think he's going to easily hit at least 29, 30 points tonight. And he's going to have, grab a couple boards. But that matchup with, like we were saying earlier, with Porzingis and Brown is going to be key. If they can get that going early, it's going to be lights out. It's going to be lights out the whole night. And I'm also pairing him with Tyler Hero. I got him at 22.5 points over. He's hit this line 5 out of 8 times out of the last 10 games without Butler, or excuse me, this season without Butler. And 2 out of the last 3 games at home, he's hit this line as well too. So I like this, even though the Rockets have one of the best guard defenses in the league right now. I think that he's going to be able to break through with that. Bam's going to have a good game defensively. So I think that he's going to hit that easily. So in my second parlay, I got Derek White points and assists over 25.5. He's hit this twice with Tatum out this year, and so his usage is going to be up big time without Tatum in there. I think he's going to step up. He's been stepping up when he needs to this year, so I got his points and assists at 25.5 over. And then I'm pairing him with Şengün. Now, this kills me to do it because my boy Şengün, he's let me down the past 2 times I've put his name out there. So this time I'm putting him under points and assists at 27. I got him on Prizepicks at 27. I'm going under. The Heat have the best center defense in the league right now, only giving up 19 points and 2 assists against centers this year. Şengün, the last 4 times, even though he hasn't played him this year, the last 4 times he's played the Heat in his career, he's missed the line all 4 times. So I got that. I'm a lot more confident in the White and Şengün parlay, though. I'm not gonna lie. Hero is the one that's kind of iffy on me on the Brown one, but either way, I think both of them are locks regardless. So we got that easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby.
I will tell you, I know the Rockets have a good guard defense this year, but I've still noticed that those explosive young guards like Hero, Maxey, just guys like that, I mean, they usually tend to do pretty good. So
they find a way around that Dylan Brooks stare down.
That
evil villain in the NBA. But other than that, folks, we're gonna wrap it up here. Another great episode of the First Half Sports Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for all our daily picks. Make sure to check us out on YouTube, on Twitter. We're going to be posting up on TikTok and stuff like that too, and making clips and cutting up. So make sure to check us out on all the social medias. Make sure to follow the First Half Podcast too on Twitter. All the links and everything will be down in the description. But other than that, Jaden, do you got anything else to say before we head out today?
Not too much. Let's sweep this NBA slate tonight. Let's sweep our picks, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
All right, let's sweep it tonight. Locks. Good night. Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.